Welcome back to The Reset. I am Sean Tucker, human performance scientist and authority architect. We are here in the living lab documenting the science, the struggle, and the shift for every high performance dad and founder who's ready to bridge the gap between their ambition and their presence. You are not stuck. You are just loyal to an old version of yourself. And before we get into that, if you find this episode helpful or useful, please go into the show notes and give us a rating on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify. Please give us a rating. It helps get this message in front of the man who needs it today. So that aside, I appreciate it very much. You are not stuck. You're just stuck letting go of that old version of yourself. So let me explain. There is a version of you who is still playing in your reality right now. In fact, everything you think you are, that guy is playing right now. And honestly, if you were able to just completely let go, you would be blissful, you would be joyful, and most importantly, rest and ease and at peace would be like a general default situation for you. That would be your state. You'd be peaceful, you'd be at ease, and you'd be blissfully calm. But because you still have who you think you are, it's playing out right now. I'm no different. You're no different. Even the guru is no different. They still have an idea of who they think they are. And this is such an important thing because if who you think you are is a scared little brat or a scared little kid or a man who can't face his demons, whatever it is, that's going to continue to play out. And you need to learn to get uncomfortable and letting go of who that is, who you think you are. Because honestly, it is tiring to hold on to those promises that don't serve you anymore. When you say, I am this kind of person, and it's a trait that maybe you've accepted by yourself or for yourself, or people have said, hey, look, you're very loyal, right? So being loyal to yourself in a way that's of disservice, I wouldn't really call that loyalty. I would call that more self-sabotage, actually. Because if it's preventing your growth, if it's preventing you from becoming the very person you want to be, that you're destined to become, well, the thing with destiny is you will reach there anyway. But do you have to suffer to get there? It will be painful, but suffering is optional. We always have to remember that. And so that loyalty doesn't get you anywhere, especially if you're only being loyal to yourself because of a reason that either you made up about yourself or someone said, hey, you're this person, you're this type of person. Like you're really aggressive or you're really intense or you're very energized, or maybe on the contrary, on the flip side is you're so negative, right? You're such a deep thinker. At the time, they probably were helpful. They're probably meaningful. But it gets to a point where they don't serve you anymore. And we have to remember that our identities are liquid. They're fluid. They actually don't exist in now, in the now moment. But it's still playing out. It's playing out because there's all these hoops, hurdles, and limitations, and I guess things that we hold on to. Probably if you went back to high school, or if you're looking to date someone right now, or even ask the person for the promotion, or even call up someone on a call and say, hey, I want to do business with you. There's a reason you don't do it. partly maybe because you're scared. You're scared of what if they say yes, or what if they say no? What will it mean? What will I make it mean? All of these things are playing out right now, but only from a place of thought. In reality, in the now moment, they're not really playing out. They're just things that you think about. And you could be completely neurotic, like most of us are, and think and think and think and think to the point where no action is taken. Or you can say, stop. I'm taking action regardless of what happens, or regardless of what I think will happen. Because I've noticed, and you probably have too, that when I've noticed this with my daughter, actually, you probably notice it with your kids too, but probably also with yourself, is like you'll always think of the worst situation or the worst outcome possible. So if my daughter's like walking on a ledge, I'm like, I can see her falling down straight away. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. And the question is, did it happen because I thought it was going to happen? Or was it destiny playing out and I saw the vision before it happened? It's neither here nor there. That's the truth. Being present, being here, you can prevent it from happening by first being aware. If you have the thought, it doesn't mean it's going to happen. Conversely, if you don't have the thought, it means it could happen. So which side of the fence do you want to play on? The place of thinking that everything negative and bad is going to happen? Or just being hyper aware in the now moment, not to prevent things from happening, but to be of support or to be of presence or be completely in the environment to know that when things happen, you can handle them. See, that right there, being present and knowing that you can handle anything, that is the goal. That is the attainment. Doing it from not from a place of stress, but when you are stressed, right, you'll notice that you get so much more in your head. You start thinking about all the things that could go wrong. So what if instead you said, well, all right, all of those things could happen, but the likelihood is pretty slim. So I'm just going to continue to be here, use my breath to anchor myself into the now, and just play the game. I'm just going to play the game, because if I'm thinking about playing the game, I'm not really playing the game. If I'm playing the game, I'm here right now, playing the game. I'm not thinking 2 steps ahead. I'm not thinking 1 step ahead. I'm just playing the game. Right? It's pretty simple, right? So stop being loyal to that old version of yourself and start playing the game as if today and this moment was the only moment that existed. Because it's the truth. It's the only moment that does exist, is this moment. Not what happened yesterday, not what's going to happen tomorrow. Not what happens in a minute from now, not what happened a minute ago. It's just now, here and now. So if you have found this episode helpful, please go ahead and give us a rating on the podcast platform that you're listening to this on right now. Or even better, go to YouTube, subscribe, follow, and make sure you continue to hear the messages. Every single day, I'm releasing a new podcast episode with a new topic. That being said, if you want to stop being a passenger in your own life and start being the architect of your legacy, make sure you scroll a little bit further into the show notes. You'll see 7-day nervous system reset. This is designed for you to build the man from the ground up. Remember that most people wait for their life to change. We are the ones who architect our choices. Change your state. Choose how you show up. I am Sean Tucker. I will see you in the next one.